Hey, this Rodney G. Scarred Not Silent back with ya. I was thinking, I want to talk about something different, kind of break it up a little bit. And this thing popped in my head reinforcement. More specifically, positive reinforcement. I guess it's been kind of in my head because lately, in my head, I keep saying, you need to exercise, you need to work out. And another part of me goes, why? And I know the answers. The answer is to stay healthy. You have a kidney transplant. You don't want your organs to become clogged because you have arteries attached to your kidney. I guess I'm not a doctor. Like I always say, I'm not a doctor, and I didn't do the research to make sure. So those are all the reasons why. And I was talking about the last week about losing the weight from walking, going to the grocery store. What was my reinforcement? Well, my reinforcement wasn't instant, but eventually it became losing the weight. It didn't even, and I know ultimately the goal was to get on the transplant list. But first, I had to get to the point, have that mindset to start walking to get the groceries before anything else could happen. And it was a whole different scenery where I was at. And now that's just an excuse because where I live at is not horrible. It's just hot right now, but overall it's not horrible. So what would be my positive reinforcement? You think living would be it, but many times people die even though they needed to quit something or start something to prevent it from happening. So looking it up, a positive reinforcement involves adding a desirable consequence to increase a behavior, while negative punishments involve removing a desirable consequence to decrease a behavior. So basically, positive is something added to the environment. Negative is something removing or taken away from the environment. So for me, I need a positive reinforcement. I need to add something to my environment. I need to add something to my life. I no longer have a sports to fall back on. My motivation is not there. I was going to try to say something like, oh yeah, I walked on Saturday, this past Saturday, but it was for my wife's job. And so I was like, no, that's not honest. That's not really honest. Like all of a sudden I'm starting to walk. That just happened to be my wife was probably the positive reinforcement to get me to go with her. So thinking, I was like, I'm not going to be able to play football. One, I'm getting older. Two is I'm on Coumadin, so me tackling people and all that, that's done. Then I had this crazy thought. Sometimes I had these crazy thoughts in my head. I was watching sumo wrestling probably about 3 weeks ago, I think it was. And sumo used to be on TV a lot. It used to be, I could be wrong, but I think it was CBS or Wide World of Sports. And they used to have this beginning where they showed this skier getting wrapped around this sign when he's falling. And then they had the sumo wrestlers smacking into each other. And so I used to watch that as a kid, sumo wrestling. So I was looking around, and I'll be damned, sumo wrestling is coming to Phoenix, Arizona, I think in December, if I'm correct. I had this thought of, maybe I could take up sumo wrestling. Like I said, it was a stupid thought. I think more than anything, it was just going to allow me to eat and compete. That was just like one of my crazy thoughts. Although, no, just playing. I couldn't do it anyway. Once again, I got the Coumadin and smacking my belly up against another man's belly is probably not going to help my health situation regarding clotting. So that's probably not going to work out too well either. I don't mind I don't know the proper name for it. The thing that goes between the crack of your butt that they hold on to. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but that doesn't bother me. I would be sporting that. So my other alternative is they have a Transplant Games. And the Transplant Games is a series of events that is held every 2 years at different locations in the United States. Now they have games like they have track and field, they have swimming, I think they have like poker. They also have pickleball now, I believe. And then they have table tennis, and then they have several more. Actually reduce the number of them. Probably could pull it up. Okay, so I lied to you. So they have about 16 games. And I don't want to do a deep dive because I'm on here. And okay, so I got it. So they have 20 games, different games. So anything from basketball, cycling, cornhole, golf, swimming, volleyball, badminton, bowling, Texas Hold'em, pickleball, trivia, youth Olympiad, ballroom dancing, lyrics for life, which I don't know. I don't know if you rap or if you sing the hold down or what you do with lyrics for life. NWA? I don't know. So anyway, table tennis, track and field, darts, virtual triathlon, and tennis. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, maybe I could do the shot put. And I guess maybe for fun, discus, but I sucked at discus. But I was really good at shot put. I actually had a couple offers to go and throw shot put in college. So I thought, well, I could do that. And it's a year away, and I could get in shape. I'd have ChatGPT made me a list. And so now I got to find the motivation. So I was like, maybe I'll go on here and pitch it. And then you guys could be my like accountability buddies. So I could have accountability buddies from Germany, wherever else you may hear me from. So that's the thought. I got to do it quick because before you know it, it'll be June 18th and it's in Denver, Colorado. So I better figure out quickly because I can't throw the shot put without throwing a shot put. So I think going back to positive reinforcements, that would possibly be one to motivate me. I don't want to keep putting it off. The next one is 2028 and it's in St. Paul, Minnesota. So I definitely could go on a couple years in a row as long as I stay healthy and throw a shot put, I guess, and a discus. But listening to me, and even if you're not on dialysis and maybe you stumbled on it, what positive reinforcements do you need to keep you moving, to allow you to feel like you have that sense of purpose, which I've talked about before? Something has to be added into your environment that's positive, because your negative reinforcements will keep you down, will possibly keep you where you're at if you're trying to still figure it all out. And once you decide that, okay, this is a positive reinforcement, life will begin to look different on dialysis and even after dialysis. It doesn't stop after dialysis. Like transplant isn't the fountain of youth. It allows you more freedom, but the pills and everything else you take also has its own side effects. So discover what's your positive reinforcement. And you don't have to jump all in. I'm not going to be able to jump all in and fling in the shot puts my first day because I'm going to be in trouble. But if I take these gradual steps to start walking, to start doing some band work, like the elastic bands, then maybe incorporating some weights, and then getting to the shot put might be a great goal. So just think about it. What do you need to get back? Or if you've never really been motivated, what will you need to get motivated? You have people around you, you have resources. We're in the day of technology that nobody has seen before, and it keeps moving forward. So get on the computer, ask questions, figure it out, take a step, even if it's virtual. Find a little group. Maybe get outside of the house. Don't worry about how you look. You're going to have those shitty days about how you feel. Try it. Just try. Like I said, I'm an introvert. So for me to do anything outside the house is a complete mind shift. But I do it. Probably not as much as my wife would like, but I do it with the regular programming. I just wanted to take some time to think about positive reinforcements. If you want to know more a little about it, look up Pavlov's dog. I love that reference. And you'll learn about conditioning. I don't want to make it real long. Basically, Pavlov's dog was a research done by Pavlov. He rang the bell to see if the dog was going to respond to a stimuli. Ring the bell, food. Ring the bell, food. This is way back when. Had a little hole, I believe, in the dog's throat so you could see if it was salivating. The dog would salivate because it knew it was going to get a treat. Then they stopped putting the treat out there. They ring the bell, and the dog would still salivate, anticipating that it was going to be a treat there. Positive reinforcement. Look it up. Until next time, this is Rodney G. Scared Not Silent. One other thing before I go. I just have a new book out. It's When Tails Become Stars. It's about pet loss and how to help kids grieve and support them during pet loss. It's currently right now on Amazon.com. Put in that name. You can put Rodney G. Washington also. That'll pop up. Thank you. Enjoy the book if you get it. And enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you soon. If you wake up, you have a purpose. Bye.